Bet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. IG would have been. I ain't never. Last time I was on IG Live, you know, Spoken Reasons is.
Yeah.
I
You
got
tapped in
cut,
with Smoking Reasons?
bro. I got cussed out by that nigga.
For real?
Yeah, I got cussed out because
You asked him about the Emmanuel Hudson shit?
it was like it was about that. Hold on, how you close this shit up? Hold up. Um, shit. Well, hold up. I ain't used
Asking
it.
all them questions.
Yeah, that.
Asking all them questions.
Hey, he's still in it. You know what? I'm fuck that nigga. He cussed me out. Hey, he's still in his feelings about that shit. Like, cause I guess some new shit got brought up. Cause you know that one what's that dude name? He got the big head, the alien head, and he
You
got
talking
the
about
go
on Wild and Out?
yeah on Wild Now. He got
He like
the
the skinny dude?
yeah skinny dude with the big head.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his
Yeah,
name.
yeah. He was talking shit on his TikTok. So like Spoken Reason, he's like, all right, fuck that. I gotta defend myself. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm in his Instagram live. I'm like, I'm giving him his flowers and shit. I've been watching this nigga since I was 10 years old.
Right,
So
right,
like,
right. He one of the forefathers.
on God, like OG of this shit. So I'm like
Right, right.
giving him his flowers and shit. But every comment he responded to his fans, he like mad as hell, like we did the shit. So I'm like, bro, chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da. So like eventually, after just listening to him for a while, he sent me an invite to the stream or his live.
Right.
I joined that shit. He came at me with so much damn aggression, bro. So like,
Like out the gate?
I'll rip. Hey, what's the
Like
night
you
DJ
ain't
say,
even get
yo,
to say nothing yet?
bro? Like first quarter, nigga, he like getting on me. So I'm like telling
First
this nigga,
quarter full court press.
bro. I'm telling this nigga like, bro, like it's love here, bro. What the fuck your problem is? Like, I ain't even coming at him like that. I'm just saying, like, bro, it's love type shit.
Right, right,
I said
right.
some shit like, bro, we ain't like as your fans, we don't want you to like suck our dick or kiss our ass and nothing like, but talk to us like you would talk to a McDonald's worker. Like, just talk to like with some respect. He like, bro, I don't even eat McDonald's. I'm like, oh, this nigga tripping, bro. Like, oh yeah, he gone, man.
Yeah,
So
he swallowed up in the hate comments. The hate getting to him.
I can't blame him though, bro.
Nah, yeah, that was a bad chess move for real.
It,
Like it
yeah.
was a good spotlight, but he ain't capitalized off that shit like he should have. Like if you gonna go in that fire, knowing damn well that like they like
Mm-hmm.
it's home court on their side.
Yeah.
So like you really gotta come with it because they already like teaming up against you type shit.
Yeah.
He didn't come with the firepower that he needed for that shit.
They gave him one buzzer, but the shit wasn't even funny. They gave him
Nah,
one buzzer.
they was giving him a layup, but like for real,
Yeah.
they was trying to see him sink,
I
but he was
think
sinking so hard that like they low key had to give him like one to kind of like
yeah.
ease the blow and shit. But
I
like, nah, you going into that type of scenario with the background of that situation, you gotta come a little harder than that, my boy.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
you got pen and pad, you gotta write some shit.
oh god. He was like he was acting shocked like that they came at him like that. Like, my nigga, you got beef with half the cast, my nigga. What you expect?
Right,
And
right.
as an Eminem fan, like, you know, they had Nick Cannon and him had their little beef, and Nick Cannon wanted Eminem on the show. I'm like, damn, should he join the show? I seen that Spoken Reason shit, like, nah, it ain't it, Slim.
Eminem would probably come harder than Spoken Reasons though.
He would, but today's Eminem, look what I'm
I
playing
think
it.
he's I think
Nah.
I think, but I say, even if he's not hitting, they'd probably give him more like cushion than they would give Spoken Reasons.
That's
Like
true.
Spoken Reasons, he really had to come with that shit. Like even if they wasn't fucking with him, if he just said like the right shit that like the people that was watching it was like, nah, he cooking right now. That
Yeah.
would have been all the difference. But he was getting cooked so bad that it's like the Wild and Outcast can't save you, the audience
Yeah.
can't save you. That shit going 10 times viral
And then
and
like,
they all against you.
yeah, and he just, how did you not go on there with hella shit just ready,
Right,
like
with a game plan.
receipts and all kind of shit? And like, man, I mean, that wasn't the first person I kind of got into it with, like celebrity wise, but it was still like, damn, like I've been watching this nigga since I was 10. This shit kind of hurt my
Right,
feelings a
right.
bit.
It's changing my whole perception of him.
Oh God. You I know you not that I know you hate the XXL shit, but did any of them niggas have a problem with that shit?
But all right, so I'm gonna break it down year by year. So 2017, everybody was on my ass during that period.
Right.
Like IDK was the first person to reach out, but he had like sent me a DM and he was just like, whatever. He was giving me like a little backstory. Like he was telling me he's from Maryland too. And he was like, whatever. He was basically like, he don't got an issue. Like he was more like giving me like a backstory, which led to like me hopping into his music video for his song, Mrs. Lynch, Your Son is the Devil, off this one tape that he had for Adult Swim, like chronologically on the timeline or whatever. So like
fire.
that was like the one like positive one. I remember Playboy Swag. he had subtweeted about it. He didn't say nothing at me, but he was like, dude was low key going in on everybody in the video, talking about like the earrings and shit. Like he was passing it off to like other people and shit that I was talking about. His manager was adding me and talking about like, thanks for the promo or whatever. Now he's the most talked about artist in the in that little space or whatever. I remember Choo Choo, I think it was, like the older like Florida rapper. He had sent me a DM or whatever, and he was like, he said something like, I can take a joke or whatever, all love or whatever. Like it wasn't nothing with that.
Right.
And then everything else, I think that was about it for real on that one. 2018, like the issue with these vids is like you will say something that will make sense in the timeline of you making that vid, and then like stretch it out like 3 or 4 years later, motherfuckers coming back with a different agenda, like attacking the vid, right? So like 2018 came around, I had said something about like Young Greatness, for example.
Hey, I'm glad you said that.
He got shot and killed like a year or two after the vid. So now they swarming my shit the same way they would swarm my I'm on that asses for like when I made the XXX ones.
Yeah.
So when he died, they all swarm my shit. When Young Greatness died, they all swarm my shit. It's like it was a period where like every time a rapper that I had talked about died, now my comment section is like a war zone of like they acting like I said that in the window frame of like assuming that they were gonna like, it's like I don't like, it's nowhere to really like point the, I don't even have no like real feelings towards it. It's just like this is a weird like interaction, you know? It's a weird like human interaction going on.
I think you could compare it to like, I seen somebody say this about academics, and like I respected it so much since then. Like looking through academics page, it's like a time capsule of like what was going on in that moment.
Right.
And the same with you, like, so that's fucked up to hold you to what you said 3 or 4 years ago.
Nah, because they would really it would be some people that would be like, they would be really be trying like almost like hold me accountable for the dude's murder. Like I was there. Like I was the one pulling the trigger and shit. But it was like even on some more tamer shit, like a lot of times now, like if an artist is doing well, they'll come back to the vid and be like, this vid didn't age well or whatever. But it's like
the rapper they sell or the fans?
The fans. The fans will be like, this didn't age well. But it's like, first of all, the video is like 6 years old. Like I would hope it didn't age well. Like I would hope for the progression of an individual. Like the shit would it age well. But also, like again, it's more of like a time capsule sort of thing. So like you going back to this vid with a futuristic like lens, it still don't change like the reason, like partially the reason why the videos would blow up the way that they would was because like I was really speaking facts on a lot of the shit that I was talking about, especially that first one. Like I wasn't lying on that first one, even down to like the pics and everything. I got 7 out of the 10.
That shit was accurate as hell.
I got a cool little 70% on the test. You know what I'm saying? So like them going back to the vid, it don't change the fact that I was right during that window frame. So it's like, you really just add into my stats, coming back, adding comments and shit. 5 years after the fact.
It is nuts. I don't think you got any intentions on joining them or doing them XXL videos again? Like, I know you like, how do you feel about them looking back now? Because it's like, as the amount of people, the stages of hip hop we've gone through, like, how do you feel like just even looking back at that time in hip hop?
I think with Double XL specifically, I think a lot of my like negative look towards the viz would be more so like it's like one, like the list would hit like periods where like it feels like even like attention wise is going down. So it's like it's starting to get to a point where it's like it's not even worth like the effort, like recoup wise, like what
Yeah.
you gonna get in return for it.
All right.
And then it's also like it'd be periods where I'll be like really engaged in like doing a commentary vid, like if I really got a good idea. But like especially during like certain periods, it felt like I was like, I guess for lack of a better term, like peer pressured into like redoing like shit that I've already done before.
Yeah.
Like almost being like a caricature of myself in a way. So
Damn.
like in that sense, where it's like, all right, I already like I did it authentically in 2017.
Yeah.
2018, I did it authentically as well. Now it's like, all right, I'm gonna thug it out for 2019. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna start like, like it's also like, like with those type of vids, you always on the attack.
Yeah.
So it's like if you say the wrong thing, now it's like even if you're not even like not even like on some cancel shit, but if you just like spewing out like negative shit that's not clicking, now you just look like a hater.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's one
Just
thing to spit
saying it
some
to say
negative
it.
shit, but if you accurate with it, then it could be funny. You could
Right,
flip that
right,
shit and
right,
it's
right.
funny. But if you just spitting out negative shit and it's not really clicking on a comedic level, and you really like forcing it, now it's just like you kind of like being a caricature, like a hater or whatever. So like I think once it got to that period, it's like, bro, like I'm kind of burnt out on just like this whole like, cause it's literally like they just want me to reiterate that 2017 vid,
Right, right, right.
and it's like I really can, but it's like this shit really feeling forced as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, do I just play the character or do I be authentic and be like, I don't know, I don't know how I'm feeling
Yeah.
about this for real.
Yeah, I think like, cause I've been watching you, man. I don't even know how long it's been, bro. Cause it's crazy. Like I know we around the same age, but it's like I look at you like for motivation, and you inspire me to like just do this YouTube shit. Cause like you had a
For real?
video, yeah, bro. It's like I gotta give you your flowers, bro. Like, man,
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I ain't gonna lie, you be kind of fucking me up though, cause I just be saying shit that you say in videos just out of nowhere, and like motherfuckers like, what the fuck you talking about? But yeah, like one thing you said, one video you had, and I remember I'm at work listening to this shit, the discipline and motivation and shit.
Yeah.
So like after you done with college, after like YouTube and dragging you through the mud with the copyrights and all the hoeing you and
Yeah,
shit.
all my best vids, bro.
Man,
It's
I
like
couldn't
that. I
imagine,
think
bro.
that, bro. All right. So what was you about to ask before I go off
So
on a tangent?
like where do you stand with the YouTube shit? Like, are you like still motivated to, are you just like, all right, let me use this as a stepping stone to grind somewhere else?
All right. So here, like going back to like falling into like my audience, like peer pressuring me into being like a caricature of myself, right?
Yeah.
It's like I really put a lot of blame on the double XL vids, but it was really starting to be like commentary vids in general. Like it was getting to a point where like, cause again, like I'm so like spaced out, like attention wise, because I'm in college. I'm like 1 foot in the like I'm going up the entire time I'm in college. Like I'm really banging this shit for like straight out the gate, like freshman year of college. I'm already like
Right, right,
100K
right,
up.
right.
Sophomore year, I'm already 6 figures in this shit. Every bit I'm dropping is like at least 500K to a mil, like off the strength, no promo, no nothing. So it's like I really got like the power in the palm of my hands with this shit.
Hey, real
And
quick, bro. Real quick. What's that like, man? What's that
talking
like?
about this one back here.
Oh no, I'm talking about the like what's that like having that clout in college? Like,
bro, so it's like I didn't even really get to like. That's another reason too. Why I had a lot of like negative feelings towards like juggling the YouTube and the college shit because it
mhm.
was like it was a window period where it was like I almost got to like I got to like manipulate that shit in a way, like in a way where I could really like capitalize off that shit. Like
Yeah.
I'd say I was at my most powerful college wise when I had like no subs, and I was at my first college that I was at, and I was just like doing the shit off the strength. But I was such like a new face on the scene, like freshman year wise, that
Yeah.
it's like everybody's fucking with me off the strength or whatever. And you know, like
Right,
I'm just
right,
like
right.
that lit of a person that like everybody's like naturally gravitating towards me and shit.
Yeah.
When I started like it, and then it was like it was window periods where it's like, you know, like you walk into a room and shit, and you the dude that's like you the dude that's like on top. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like you the dude that's got like all the clout and everything. They press to get an Instagram follow out of you and shit. And you know, like
Yeah.
you got leverage in certain, like every time you walk into a room, it's always like the first thing that's addressed. That it's like, oh shit, you got, bro, you banging on YouTube, bro. I just watched your one. Like it's always like been love and shit, right? I think like another issue that I would have with like getting like caught in the commentary space is like the routine that I was doing to make the commentary vids that would produce like being like spaced out and everything, but also like producing a vid like once a month. And like I'm really locking into that one vid. I'm doing what I need to do in terms of like to make that vid a hit. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm bullshitting. Like we could argue like I could have done more in certain spaces or whatever, but like I'm still doing like what I need to do on the YouTube side. But like it's only so much like world like pull that you can bring in from a commentary vid
Right.
compared to like if I was going like college vlog style and I'm bringing like the whole college into the scene, because I bounce around to a lot of colleges too. I think
Mm.
that's what really like, because I had left the first college that I was at. I was at W. But like once I got to like college too, I was really just like go to school, go back home and work on a vid. Go to
Gotcha.
school, go back home. Like I was locked in. I wasn't really like trying to like go out unless if it was like with people that I was already like cool with or whatever.
Yeah.
So like rock star status wise, I really had that shit, but I didn't utilize it like that.
Right,
I didn't
right.
utilize it like that. I was producing out like work wise, I was producing the hits that I needed to with that status. Like I was playing the little mysterious role, and it was like, all right, I might not drop all the time, but when I drop that shit, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hey,
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something to watch.
as a consumer, bro, like just like yeah, that shit. When you drop, nigga, it was like a holiday, bro.
Right,
Cause
right,
that
right.
shit, cause you,
Everybody stop. Everybody
yeah,
stop.
it was like an album, cause you know it's just like this ain't some shit you can just watch once and you good. Like
Right,
you go
right, right.
listen to it, you go catch a meme here, you go catch something there, it's something that could just like make you laugh, forget about some shit, bro. Them shits was some
And you
bangers,
know
bro.
that replay value there too. So
Hey,
it's
yeah,
not
for
a one and
sure,
done.
for
That shit
sure,
not a one and done.
yeah,
That shit not a
yeah.
one and done.
Like
Yeah.
so, how long? I guess to speak into the discipline and the motivation, how long would it take to chop up all them memes and the
All right.
videos and all that? How long it take
So
to make a video, basically?
it really all depends on what you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
how engaged you are in the topic, how long the video is, and how locked into the shit you are. Cause 2017 period, where I'm telling you, like I'm like, if I'm not LeBron, I'm like Mello. Like I'm like prime Denver Nuggets Mello. Like
Word.
I'm like 2017, I'm locked into a point where it's like I'm dropping so much content, but I'm in the stage of like I'm just doing this shit for fun, but I'm still dropping fucking hits because
Yeah.
I know like the way I'm making these vids with the replay value, it's like, bro, once I get that one to bang, then we set. Then I had that double XL one. It got me to like 12K subs. And I'm just like, keep going with that formula, keep
Yeah.
going with that momentum and everything. And it's like, all right, boom, take off vid. Now we really off to the races.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
like, once it got to like the takeoff vid period, that's when it was like, it was so many people from like my initial audience that I had where I'm like doing the full, like skit, vlog, commentary. Like that was my formula before. That's when I say like shit was like perfect, because it's like it gives you enough leeway to get all your creative thoughts out.
Right.
Like one thing I've noticed over the course of like these 5-6 years is like when you got an idea that you know is good and you pause and hesitate to act on that idea, even if you don't fully all the way finish it, but like even just to like start it, if you hesitate and pause too long, you gonna get to a point where you like don't even trust yourself to like fill out your ideas. So you could have like you could have a ton of fire ass ideas that's going off your head, and you could just like bullshit on every single one of them, and then you like, oh, you just like heavily unmotivated because it's like you just don't feel like you're doing your fullest potential or whatever, right? And I'd fall into that too with the monthly uploads or whatever, right? Because I say sometimes it would feel like it takes a month to make the vid, but a lot of times it would be like, bro, like I'm nitpicking shit that's not really that important. Like it feels important in the sense of like making a hit video.
Yeah.
Because when you're going in with the mentality of like every video is a hit, every little detail matters down to like the image and how long that shit is up, like down to the millisecond, right?
Right.
But if you like, let's say like, take me back to that time period of like 2018, where it's like 2017 is like my rookie year or whatever. Rookie of the Year award in the niche YouTube community type shit.
You got that shit.
Get that little 100K plaque, and then it's like, all right, if I kept going with the same speed that I was going production wise that I was doing in 2017, I'd already be at a mil. But I got like, again, because I had so many new people coming in from the takeoff video that it's like they only know me and want commentary vids. So it's like, and I was still like doing my thing with the other vids. Like I would do like a couple Triflin' vids. I did Everybody Hates Pat too, but then Papa John's took that shit down. So like that kind of fucked me up too a little bit, because it's like, damn, even when I am doing the shit that I want to do, now it's like other factors outside of my control getting in the way. So it's like now that shit kind of like fucked up my confidence a little too. And it's like over the course of like the 5-6 years or whatever, it was like little small like snowball effects of like my confidence is getting like psyched out to a point where it's like now I'm hitting like periods where I'm making fucking like motivational videos. I'm making wild motivation is bullshit. And I'm like trying to psychologically get myself out of this like mental space where like, because I'm really like I really hit a period where like I felt like a loser doing this shit. Like I hit a period where like
what time was that?
Like,
I mean, asking.
I say like right around when I got out of college, like after I say like right after Menace to Suburbia, like, or maybe right after Pat versus the World. That's when I was like, bro, I'm not sure about this shit no more. I was like, I was so in my head about this shit, and like I say like in this stage now, like I'm kind of going back to my roots of like, all right, let me just do this shit off the strength of like for fun, get myself back into that groove. Cause I never lost the skill set of making a good, funny video.
Right.
Like whatever the numbers is, it's like the same way, like I could drop a skit and the skit flops, but then like I got a hit commentary vid and it trickles down on everything else. And then now like the vlog got like 100K views over the course of like time or whatever, because like, you know, the catalog itself holds up or whatever. So I'm not stressing in terms of like numbers in that regard. It's really more just like building up my confidence again.
Right.
And like kind of like I'm even going like it was periods too where like I had taken a step back and I'm like I never like stopped making vids, but it was a period where I was like, all right, let me see what life looks like outside of this shit, because I have been so locked into this shit where it was like my perception of reality kind of got a little altered. Like it got a little fucked in the sense where like this shit was taking up like consuming too much of my life to a point where it's like, you know, like it's like I'm like too like the results of this is too like determining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether that's true or not, that's how I'm looking at it. So like I hit a period where like rather than just like keep hitting this wall or whatever, let me take a step back for a little bit and just like that's when I started making like the more like self-aware kind of like commentary vids.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me try and like figure some shit out or whatever, right? And like I say it was like it was met with a lot of backlash starting to do like the motivational style or like the more like thought-provoked commentary vids. But like people was fucking with it. My problem was I hit one of those periods again where I take a 3-month break and I switched up the content. So now it's like I'm fighting a wall of like, all right, I can drop like I know how to bring my audience back with like and I'm on that ass or whatever. Like drop a Kevin Gates vid, drop a white
Hey,
rapper.
it's crazy. I was just listening to that shit, man. That shit nuts, actually.
like I can bring I know how to bring my audience back and shit. I know how to bring my audience back and shit. But now it's like, but even like when I do that, it still feel like I'm hitting that wall again to where it's like, all right, let me just listen more to like myself or what feels like the most authentic to make or whatever. So now I'm kind of going back into the skits or whatever. It's low key been like the funniest in terms of like making vids. And like I know I got it in me to make a hit on that shit. So like, you know, like you keep producing or whatever, you keep putting the reps in, and then you just like see about that or whatever. Hold on, let's pause this real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
All right, I got you.
What? All right. I say we're going back to like the perception. I say my perception wouldn't have been nearly as fucked up if the bag that I was supposed to have with that shit was always there. Like I wouldn't have been like so hard on myself about the results of this shit had the bag like had always been attached to that shit. Cause I always had the hits that had like everybody assuming like, oh, I'm balling off this shit. But it's like Takeoff vid gets hit, Double XL vid gets hit. But I made $50 off that Double XL vid.
Bro,
They spiked that shit so early,
how
bro.
How that feel,
that
man?
so early, bro. The Double XL one didn't hurt that bad because I didn't have no audience before that vid took off. So it's like, all right, we new to the game. We take it to the chin or whatever. Takeoff vid, I probably made about $900 before they copyrighted the Jose Guapo part, the little running up song or whatever that I threw in there, the little 10, 15 fucking legal amount of seconds. It's a song, bro. It was always some petty shit, bro. It would be green for like three to 5 months, and then like a random like manual review. Bro, you know it's some foul shit when it's a manual review. The YouTube automated system don't catch that shit.
I don't get it. I don't get it because like I do like sports vids, like academic sports. I kind of stole this whole steal. I ain't even gonna lie.
Right.
And I've used videos of WWE and like just like the Donald Trump, because you know he a Hall of Famer in WWE.
Right.
Just like them get copyrighted. I'm like, man, well, I ain't making no money off my shit though. So, but they shit so weird. I couldn't imagine, bro. Like $900. Because how long did it? If you don't mind me asking, how long did it take to make $900 off that? Oh shit!
Off the takeoff vid, probably like.
I ain't gonna pay for this shit, so we go have to redo it like another.
All right, right. When it gets to like 2 minutes, we'll hit that 2-minute drill.
Hey, we ain't paying them niggas. Fuck that.
Right. Like takeoff vid, it only took like 2 months because the shit going up so fast, bro. In the first like 3 weeks, we already had 600K on the vid. I got 13,000 subs. We already 600K deep. You go to my Who's the Best Migo vlog. I'm literally saying, like, make sure y'all let y'all favorite YouTubers know. They may not know about us now, but they gonna learn today.
Right.
Like, boy.
How you think that helped going around talking to people? How you think that helped?
Man, it was good because it was going back into the bag of like, all right, I still got that rhythm of like commentary vlog. Like the same way, like I be having my issues of like people calling me Croc and shit. It's not even like my audience is saying it on some like ill intentions, but it's more of like a representation of like I didn't do enough to make myself the face and this the brand.
Yeah.
Because I stayed in the commentary pocket so long that they call me the channel name like it's a stage name. But you wouldn't call Tyler the creator or future Wolfgang Killer Mall.
Right. Is
it's like
it
that type of
is it
concept.
is it that, or is it because like with the Akoma stuff, I'm trying to like bring us all on. When you say Croc Gang, I'm assuming like it's like multiple people.
No, it definitely was. It definitely was. And like Nick had always been my go-to cameraman. And then I would just hit on my friends or whatever. I can still reach out to them. Nick's more busy or whatever. So like I make a lot of more recent shit shake with John and Sammy.
Yeah.
They my go-to guys. I'll be making a lot of music with them and shit. And like they've been helping me with my skits, live streams, SoundCloud idols, all that shit. They really like from quarantine onward, they really been my go-to guys to like lock in on the internet shit. Like they really
Right.
they really be coming through or whatever. But like, yeah, when I called it that at 18 years old, I'm with the intention like we about to be on some RDC world shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to be Mark Phillips. Hey,
Yeah.
bro, we about to, bro,
Right.
because
Right. Right. Right.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing with this, and
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing with this video creation shit. It's like, bro, like all I need is a team behind me, and we set, bro. We
Yeah. Yeah.
set. All I need is people on the same page, bro, and we gonna run this bitch up.
If it make you feel any better, I'm sure Mark Phillips get called RDC World. If that make you feel any better. But
Yeah. Nah, it's like it's more like the representation because it's like. And then it's like I'm going back to like it felt like for a little bit I'm like a product I'm like trapped in my success from such a
suffer from
young age.
success.
Yeah, I'm suffering from fucking 18-year-old success. I'm 25 years old. Motherfuckers coming
Yeah.
up to me talking about some car. Nah,
Does
they
it?
don't even be doing that in person. But now it's like we in a period where like now my friends try and bid me like that, and it's like, bro, like y'all like.
Was it ever like like the intentions of like them uploading their own content on the channel, or
I think nobody was really on the same page with it like I was. Like you know how like everybody be talking about it. Everybody
right?
be like, we should. But I'm the only one really like uploading the shit, which I don't mind either.
Right.
But then it's like it be hitting some periods too where it's like you can't get a hold of nobody, and then it's like, damn,
Yeah.
I still don't even got my own camera. Like I do now, but like during like the periods where like everything's up and everything, because again, like I still got the fucking money with this shit. I
Yeah.
got like a little bit,
Shit
but like
expensive, bro.
It's not enough to invest back into the brand and shit.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like, bro, I'm
Right.
still chopping it out the fucking $30 mic. I'm still making shit shake with like what got me here to begin with. So it's
Is
like,
it?
all right, I'm gonna stay in my pocket, I'm gonna thug it out or whatever. But it's like that's where like the lack of confidence comes in because it's
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah.
I got some fire ass skit ideas. I got some fire ass vlog ideas, and I can't fucking execute that shit.
Right.
I don't got the resources. I don't got the, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And now you got like all these like external layer excuses over top of like the initial idea.
Yeah.
But if you just move with that idea as fast as you can, bro, you're gonna produce the best shit.
Right.
Especially if you like the hotter and the faster you are with that initial idea, is gonna produce the best. Like the more you hold it off, the worse it's gonna get.
Right. Right. Right.
Because then like 5 days later, you finally lock into this and you're like, this shit low-key ass, and then you don't even want to fucking do this shit anymore.
Yeah. My fear was always becoming that guy who was like always talking like, yeah, we go do this, yeah, we go do that. So it's like at this point, you just gotta dive head first into it. And that's when that
Right.
discipline come into. Like I had a moment where like I was like, all right, it was what's that key to the law of the universe when you just keep doing something and eventually just one
Like
day it's
law of attraction? Nah. Law of
I forgot.
attraction?
I think it's the law of gravity or something.
Law of gravity.
I ain't heard it in a minute, but it was like I was just telling people, you know what, my goal is 300 this week, or to get to 300. I'm at 290, and eventually I got to it. But then it's just like, damn, 5 subscribers a week ain't really hitting the spot, like, you know. So you just lose the motivation for that shit. But
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
I think relying too much on outcomes fucks up your motivation too. Cause like it'd be a lot of periods where like I wouldn't want to do a vid off the strength of I feel like it wouldn't perform well.
Right.
Or like I wouldn't even want to like go through the process of making the shit because I would feel like it'd be a waste of time from the shit that I know is gonna produce well.
Yeah.
Even though I'd be more engaged with the vid that probably wouldn't do nearly as well. But like
Right.
again, on a confidence level, you like you you denying yourself like the ideas that you have in your head that you're gravitating towards because you keep thinking about this shit. Right. You know, you thinking about it enough to think about it more than once.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, I gotta ask you though, speaking of videos you made, how you feel about we taking a whole different gear here. How you feel about Gunna, man? How you feel about him?
Man,
can he make a comeback?
Right. That fucking right.
Can he make a comeback?
Hey man, look, man. Whether the industry, if the industry not fucking with Gunna, it don't matter, bro. He already too much of a goat. He done laid 25 to 50 fucking hits onto the scene.
Yeah.
He can ride off into the sunset. He got the bag. He got the BBL bitches. He got the He got the motherfucking. He got the fan base with it and shit. He don't really got much to prove at this point. You know?
Right. We don't really look at him
on a man as a man, right?
Yeah.
You turning your back on your mans that put you in that position.
It's tough, man. It's just if you know you ain't about it, just don't act like it, man.
But at the same time, that BBL was standing on him.
Yeah, what? Oh damn! That's the first visual. That's the first visual we seen of that nigga smiling, happy as hell.
The little Cuban joint with the BBL. He was thinking of, he had his reasons and shit, and it's like, you know,
can you blame him?
I'm not in that position, so I can't say what I do, but it's like, damn. I can't look at anybody foul for saying that what Gunna did is foul, you know?
Yeah. It's just don't put yourself in them positions. Like when people say, it's like you said in your video, like, oh, you would do the same thing if you was, I wouldn't put myself in that position to have to snitch or not. But do you think it's gonna be like, because we finally seen 6ix9ine get roughed up. He got the paws put on him. Do you think he gonna have a situation like that, or is it
I wouldn't be
lesser
surprised for real? I wouldn't be surprised because somebody definitely would try it for the clout. Somebody would definitely try it
for sure.
Like they could probably get away with that shit too. Not like I'm trying to insinuate violence on Gunna, but like if you had to take somebody on, right? Gunna ain't no Casanova or nothing. You know, like you could probably get a couple punches in on Gunna. You could probably get a clean one in.
You know what's crazy about the 6ix9ine thing? Like, I ain't never been jumped, but it was like you always seen like 6ix9ine as a nigga who at least go down swinging type shit.
Right.
That video looked bad, man. Like,
nah, they was massive though. They was some big bodies.
You heard what Axe said? One nigga went, they were jumping them for 25 minutes. One nigga took a water break.
Came back in. Yeah, Gatorade some more on and shit.
Like I can't, because again, I ain't never been jumped, but damn, like, I mean, it was 25 minutes. And you see, what he doing now is what I thought he was gonna do when he first got out of jail. I thought he was just gonna go the Spanish route, like just making Spanish pop music or whatever, if that counts as Spanish pop music. But now, like you said, he came out with them handcuffs. Daniel Hernandez died that day.
Nah, because he had too much noise around him. He had to make a statement.
Sports gambling and oh shit, my bad. They allow sports. They don't allow sports gambling over there.
Nah, they do. I'd say the best period for that shit was when they was giving out all that free bet money.
Yeah,
it was easy to have a bag on that free bet money. Once you start throwing your real money into that shit, bro, I say it'd be periods where like the free bet money wise, I say I ran it up like 600 in 3 days type shit.
Word.
Once I started using my real money into that shit, it's like, bruh, if I'm not losing, I'm breaking even. Right. Even if I'm a little bit ahead, now I'm falling back down, I'm breaking even. Like I ain't never like tank, but like it'd be too like, because then you get a little, you bet 5 times on Giannis, and it's like, all right, bet I'm gonna throw a little bigger bag on this 6 times, 6 time fall. It's like you back down to breaking even and shit. But it's then, like, bro,
when you bet on LeBron, when you bet on LeBron to score 15 and that nigga turn into Shaq, bro, it's just.
Nah, but LeBron be coming through sometimes. LeBron be coming through for like
he
be coming through like 7 out of 10 times. 7 out of 10 times LeBron will come through on a bet.
That nigga,
but the 3 times we fucking you over. The 3 times we fucking you over. Like Giannis will come through 9 times out of 10, but that one time, bro, I kid you not. Me and some of my friends, we were scheming up a play. We were scheming up a play to bet on Giannis. We was gonna bet like $1,000 on like him to get 15 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
Like bare minimum Giannis stats. The motherfucker got injured like 2 minutes in first quarter. I bitched out. I only put $30 up. But like, bro, if I would have put that 1,000 up, bro.
Yo, I'll be ready to kill these niggas, man. I had Mike Conley, point guard. Everybody know who Mike Conley is. I ain't gonna say he elite. Yeah. He ain't Steph Curry or nothing, but he is serviceable. I had this nigga
like 8 points.
Yeah, I had this nigga giving me like 3 assists. He got that shit in the fourth quarter. I'm like, all right, bet next game I'm gonna bet him to get under 10. This nigga had 8 in the first half. I'm like, yeah, this betting shit ain't for me, bro.
Nah. It's like some of it you could predict well, and then other times it's just like, bro, like I see why this is called gambling.
Yeah, for sure. It feel like they be against you. What was we talking about for the Zoom call? Cause we ain't paying that shit. What was that shit called?
We was talking about 6ix9ine going into the Spanish route. The Spanish route, the safe route for that. He definitely like the way everything panned out and shit. It was too much like hype around him around that time to where it's like it was either gonna go one or two ways. He was either gonna like apologize and be like, "That's not me" type shit, or he about to like double down on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was really going. I didn't think he was ever going to be on the apology route because it was too like against his whole character or whatever.
Right.
So it's like if he gonna apologize, he might as well just hang up the jersey right there.
Right.
Because it's like, even if you go and like do your own thing after that, it's still like you already like you just fumbled all your momentum leading up to this point. So like it made too much sense for him to double down on the shit to where it's like, nah, that shit made too much sense to predict on. But like the Spanish route, the safe route for like Spanish rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Spanish American rappers.
When
it don't work in the hip hop side, they fall back to fucking homeland like shit.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting like an apology tour, but it was like it's exactly what he doing now for real. Like I don't know. Like I think ain't some of his like his biggest songs is the Spanish songs. Like
yeah, he had a couple that was like in the billions with Annual A.
Yeah, he might just stay over there for real. I can't blame
him. Yeah, he might as well. Because it's a bag on that side.
Yeah. Speaking of snitches,
fucking Shade Room, Academics backlash. That less backlash or whatever. It's probably a lot more peaceful and shit.
Yeah, it's probably I couldn't deal with that energy, man. Like if you on Academics and Shade Room, you might be doing something wrong. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Right. And it's every post you under that fire. It's like they doing it strategically though, but like I think with like especially during that time period, like that 2017 onward period, it's a lot of like trial and error of like I know how to get myself hot, but I'm not really thinking about like what this shit could do to my psyche.
Right.
Because you even think about something like Bunk. Like we saw the effects of that shit. But like he really had the internet in the palm of his hands at one point too. Bro, you know how I was just thinking of the other day? You remember fucking Plain Potatoes, bro?
Who?
The dude that was going around on Instagram, he was like kissing people and shit in Baltimore, and he would run off and be like, darkness or whatever. Like you'd be like, this is my hood.
Oh shit. No. I ain't never heard of him.
He'd be like harassing people, whatever.
Oh,
every time he went, like he had the cloud in the palm of his hands too. But like he got like fucking 20 charges racked up on him off that shit in such a small window frame because he was so reckless with the shit. He was so reckless with the shit. But it's like, bro, he executed the plan right.
Yeah.
Like it worked, but it's like it didn't work like it ain't working like the way that you probably wanted that shit to work for real.
It gotta balance out somewhere. Like it gotta balance out somewhere. Like and like it is crazy because I was just thinking about this earlier. Like we seen the ugly side of that. Like we eventually lost X. 6ix9ine. He probably scared for his life. They call that the clout era. Like where these dudes just do shit for clout. And now we kind of like, for lack of a better word, it's gangsta hip hop shit. And we lost Vaughn, Gunna snitching, YSL going down because they don't look too good for them. Like, and what do you think is next for hip hop? I know that's a very broad question, but
right. For real, I think it's still gonna be like the pockets and shit. I think street rap and rapping about the streets and shit, it's like I think it's always gonna be there.
Right.
But I feel like in terms of like catching hits and shit, it's starting to get like it's starting to get to a point where it's like too watered down. Like it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Every street rapper talking about the same, like, damn, y'all catching the same bodies. Y'all like holding the same fucking guns.
Right.
Y'all like it doing the shit over the same cadence and flow over the top of the beat. Like it's too much. Like, bro, it be some people that like you could tell like it don't even sound like they rapping about like anything unique about themselves. They just trying to catch a hit.
Yeah.
That's really what like it, I think like it's kind of like a quiet period, low key, where it's like not really too much exciting shit is going on because everybody just trying to catch that bag. Everybody just trying to get a hit that's like circulating enough that they could just get the revenue off that shit and kind of like duck off and shit. Cause like a motherfucker probably not, that's not all the way like 10 toes into the shit. Like if they get a hit that's like getting them a few like 100,000 or whatever, or even like $1 million. And if that's their only hit, if they still got money coming in off that joint, like on some drum shit where he dropped like two hot songs and then he just like never fucking
that boy
again.
Did.
Like you still got a bag coming in, so it's like you could ride off in the sunset comfortably or whatever.
Yeah,
like it's the same thing. Like I wanted to do that shit with the YouTube shit, but like for a period, like the period where I was trying to figure some shit out, like if I had to, if my hits had the fucking money coming in from that shit, I could have just like rolled off in the sunset and like kind of strategize some shit in a more like level-headed manner or whatever.
Right.
But I'll say for hip hop, I think the young guy is going to definitely take over. I think anybody who can move at the speed of, it's really about who moves the most efficient. Because speed don't mean shit if you're producing garbage, and efficiency or like hits don't really mean nothing. I mean, hits mean something, but like if you so quiet that nobody's even looking your way, you know, like you gotta really bank that like that hit's gonna go through the algorithm and shit. But like, I think people our age was like the first real like era of like we grew up on the shit. Like we ain't always had it. Like there was some periods where like we ain't even having like a computer in our house.
Right.
And things of that nature. Like the internet, like it was low key like a dangerous game to click on any website that wasn't YouTube because you would get a fucking like virus and shit. Like, but we still grew up on the shit to where it's like, all right, we know how to use Instagram, we know how to use YouTube, we know how to use Twitter and things of that nature. Like we really like, especially in this new modern era, like the 2016 people and all like people that's really like locked into internet space on that time period or whatever, it's really like the modern day forefathers of the shit, like piggybacking off of like the Spoken Reasons and the Hot Damn I Rocks, because they led the charge from that 2010 era.
Right.
But they didn't have like all the utilities that the 2016 people had. And the 2016 people don't have the same utilities that the 2023 people have. Like the way like people utilizing TikTok and shit. Like a motherfucker like that, like that's what it is too. Like a motherfucker could just get a hit song on TikTok And that's like the only, like they don't even need like another song because like that one little sound bite is just circulating billions of times.
Yeah.
They just got one song that's like over 1 billion streams, but
Yeah.
they eating off that shit. They
Is it
feasting off that fucking one song.
I guess it like it depends on, like you said, the people who just want the bag and run off into the sunset. But like I kind of
I see.
question, is the TikTok thing sustainable though?
It's really it's not. It's more for like quick little eyes on you. Because either
Right.
way, you're gonna have to transition. Like if you get a TikTok, if you get a viral TikTok, let's say like I posted a clip of my vid and it bangs on TikTok, I still gotta bring them over to YouTube. Like I'm not going like I can, but like it would be more like productive to bring them onto YouTube than to like run it up on TikTok, you know, because
Yeah,
YouTube's
yeah, yeah.
still like home base. You
Right.
still like, even if like the same way like you get a viral clip on Twitter or whatever, you still try and get like the end game is like you try and get them to YouTube because
Yeah.
YouTube like your real full-time television station. You got full range of like, all right, I could do a 30-second vid or I could do a 30-minute, 30-hour vid. You know what I'm saying? Like I got full range with this shit as opposed to like a 1 minute, 15-second, like that type of deal or whatever. But like I say with the new guys definitely got it. Anybody that grew up on the internet space got it. I think wave wise, I'm not gonna lie. I would much rather like the swag rap, getting money, fucking bitches, like more, even if it's on some ignorant shit, like more productive ignorant shit than just like a bunch of catching bodies and
Yeah. So more like
low vibration, some low vibration shit.
like
That low
2015
vibration.
kind of like what was that era, like the Fetty Wap, the K Camps, the
That was like 2014. Like
2014, 2015. That was the
really
swag
anybody,
rap. That was the swag rap
yeah,
era.
yeah.
I could I could
Some
dig.
shit,
I could go
some
back
type
to
of
that.
era where like people just popping their shit, you know, like people
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
bragging this,
yeah,
people
yeah.
just bragging about their actual lives and shit, you know, not they not just like regenerating the same fucking thing, trying to get a hit or whatever, you know. It's
Yeah,
actually got like a personality to it, you know.
right, right. Yeah, because
Hope
especially,
that I would hope that comes in.
yeah, that would be amazing. Because just like it's getting depressing at this point. Like I don't know if you've seen that BTB Savage story. The dude
Oh
who like
yeah, I saw
yeah,
he just got killed.
yeah, it's just like it's a story like the every week, man. It's just it ain't even fun to like just even listen to
Yeah,
at this point. Like even listening to Dirk, bro, it's just like it's so much stuff going on behind the scenes of this music. I don't even want to listen to it no more. Like I feel like I should be
yeah.
charged for listening to the shit. But
Nah, yeah, it's really like it's not a quality life that they're bragging about for real. Like if we
right,
really want to
right.
break it down like a it's really not a quality life. Like
Like
they
yeah,
just
y'all
every
got that
song is
shit,
like,
boy.
damn, my man's died. Damn, like I'm fighting for my life with this
Right,
child.
right, right,
It's really not a quality life. Like it's one thing to rap about what you're experiencing or whatever, but then it's like when it gets to a point where you're like glorifying like a negative outcome of like you know this shit is not gonna because it like with the street shit, it don't even be on some like productive. We doing this shit to get money.
right. Yeah.
Like if you rapping about like selling drugs and shit and scamming or whatever, but you doing it for like the productive sense of like getting money and even just or even like getting bitches, that's one
That's
thing.
at least
But
redeemable.
they be so caught up on like the killing aspect of the
Right.
shit. It's like I get it in terms of like if I need a like if I want some like gym music or whatever.
Yeah,
But even
yeah,
like
yeah,
even it gets to a point where it's like, bro, like this shit low key giving me a headache at this point.
yeah. I what I've noticed, because like now that I'm out of school and stuff, like I'm years out of school, but
Right,
some
right.
people, I think they just trying to find themselves, and it's like, all right, this will get the hoes. Like the hoes like the little Dirks and shit. They just do it for the hoes.
I seen this one vid. I think it was Gully Boy that dropped it.
Oh,
He
you
was
fuck with Gully Boy?
Yeah, I be tapping because I was watching him before I blew up. Like I seen him blew up before I even decided to do YouTube. Like he was like a year earlier than I was like jumping into the game and shit, right? So I periodically like come back to his channel, whatever. He had this one video where he was talking to his mans while they was playing video games or whatever. He's like, bro, if the hoes just glorified more productive shit, like that would change, bro. Imagine how much society would be changed by that shit.
Bro.
No, like imagine if females was just like, bro, that shit is lame as fuck, like from an early age.
Yeah.
Because really, you really be like, even though like you really be thinking like that shit cool from like high school onward.
Right.
Even if you never like act on that shit, it's still like, or if you don't, you yourself think it's cool, you still acknowledge that like on a social spectrum, like some aspect of this is like enticing enough for people to be pressed about it.
Yeah, I think even at like an early age of like elementary, like when you watch a Disney Channel, it's like the cliche stories of the girl liking the bad boy type shit.
Oh yeah,
like so
like the little weak ass thug outfit.
Yeah. You got the black leather jacket on and shit. Yeah, so like it can be engraved into your mind at that age that you gotta be this to get this attention. Like
that shit low key be brainwashing too, because you see how that shit
crazy
affects like real life females and shit.
Yeah, it's nasty, but that's the fucking truth. Like, but at a certain point, you gotta realize, man, like if you get this money, man, the females gonna come. I hate to say it for any female listening, but
that's why I'm like, the street rapping shit wouldn't be nearly as like low vibration and shit if they was just rapping about like the same way 50 Cent, he used to be doing the street rapping, but he would be more on the hustling aspect of it.
Right.
Like his music still holds up today. And like every, like you go into like a Gold's Gym, you could hear 50 Cent playing. You could go into like a venue.
Somebody just used his entrance music at a wrestling, like, you know, some wrestling shit, like
right. Like it's like a universal, like acceptable content to consume. Like you don't gotta be in like a certain like space to where it's like, oh, we can listen to this genre.
Right.
Like it's like that socially acceptable, whatever. Even though he's still rapping about the street shit. But now it's like people are so focused on like the demonic aspect of it, of like, I fuck the money. I'm gonna show you like how like demonic I am, and like how many bodies I'm catching and shit, and how much like I don't give a fuck or whatever. And it's like I guess, you know,
that's cool.
I get a PR listening to this shit, but like I can't really co-sign this the same way I can about getting money, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's just
I get some bitches and shit.
It's cool. It's cool every now and then, but to live that life, because you got to live that life 24/7, and even then, like to live where you gotta live to live that life is just it ain't even worth it. And then
like to even to catch one body, I would just already assume that my life is over.
Oh yeah.
The minute you get caught for this shit, you done.
It's over. I couldn't live with myself knowing that I killed somebody.
Right. And that's where I feel like they talk about like how the trap is really a trap, but it's like, because it's like you have like, unless like, I'm trying to think of like the upbringing that you would have to where like at some point in your life, even like if you go to jail or whatever, like at some point it's gotta hit you like, damn, like I really took somebody.
Right. Yeah.
On a like on a like, you know, like on a spiritual level, like a mental level, it's like, you know, like that shit gotta catch up to you at some point.
Like I know people who died in my, you know, growing up and stuff like that.
Right.
No murder hit me as hard as exes, and they just got sentenced today.
Yeah.
But them niggas looking like it is what it is. I don't believe them the first body that they caught, bro. I don't know. They don't look like killers, but like, for instance, where was you when you heard that news at?
Bro, I was in my house cooking up a bed. I heard that man got shot. I went outside to the front steps. I was checking Twitter. I was checking Twitter like it was a loved one.
Bro,
like it was somebody I knew. I was like, Lord, don't take action.
Cause I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm like, cause I'm thinking, bro, this shit don't happen in my generation. Like, I think the last person to die before that was Pete, but that was in November of 2017. And it's like June, like, all right, rappers get shot all the time. YG got shot. Dolph survived like 100 bullets at his truck. I'm like, all right, he gonna be all right.
Right.
Like an hour or two later, man, that TMZ thumbnail, that shit is engraved in my mind. Like,
yeah.
And bro, I'll tell you, like, I was looking through these niggas' court records trying to see, like, all right, when this trial start, 5 years later, I'm still, and that kind of like set off a chain of events because, like, a couple months later, Mac died, then Nipsey died, Juice World died, then
it was starting to feel like a pattern and shit.
Yeah, like by the time Kobe died, I'm like, I'm kind of used to this shit at this point.
Yeah. Nah, I'm telling you, like, even like because people would be wanting me to make videos on this shit, right? And it was like, all right, during the X time period, it felt authentic to make that. And then it just gets to a point where it's like, bro, like, I don't like, not even on like I got an issue with, or like, not even on some like hate and shit, but it's just like, bro, I just like don't feel anything towards this shit at this point, you know?
Yeah.
It just is a point where it's like, bro, like, I'm so used to like I'm surprised, but I'm not like, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised type shit.
Yeah, it's like waking up
no real like emotion attached to it no more.
Right. It's like you wake up and it's like, all right, let's hope nothing happened today more than you like what if something did. Like when Takeoff passed away, it was just, I always get a text from somebody. Like I always find out from somebody. It was just like, damn, Takeoff. Like,
nah, that one fucked me off the strength of like how much my notifications was lighting up during that period. Cause it was during one of those periods where I was like kind of like I was more like I was still punching in and shit, but I was more like 1 foot in, 1 foot out type deal or whatever.
Yeah.
All my notifications lighting up. In the same way, like it was shocking. It was for sure shocking. But like on a content creation level, it was still like that, like I felt the way that I felt about it, it was like, how do I word this? It was like I felt for the situation, and I felt for that time period that like making the vids on Takeoff like impacted my life and everything. Mm-hmm. And like how connected I was to the like him alongside like making the content and shit.
Right.
But from like a dude checking his phone to see the news and shit, it still was that feeling of like, bro, like I don't feel nothing from this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Like it was but
it felt like I should. It felt like I should.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I just like, I'm so like desensitized to this shit.
Yeah.
Now, like, bro, I say this, like, I think the X death was like one of the first times too that they just openly showing the fucking dead bodies.
Oh
and
my
shit.
God, that's shit like, crazy, bro.
You be seeing some gruesome ass deaths on Twitter to where it's like, bro, like I'm watching people like getting slaughtered on Twitter. Bro, this shit is worse than any horror movie I've seen, like gruesome wise.
For sure, bro.
It's certain shit that you see that, like, bro, when you see somebody else, it's like, bro, I can, bro, the shit that I saw, like, right before that was like 100 times worse than this. So, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's crazy because, like, we kind of grew up with Takeoff. And we seeing Quavo. Right. I don't know if you've seen that video of Quavo like checking on Takeoff.
Yeah,
that shit bro. Crazy, and
man. These are like crazy, like super emotional like moments of like grieving and shit.
Yeah.
Like these are initial like animalistic like grieving moments that everybody's just consuming like it's a YouTube video.
Right.
Like he's screaming like, bro, like he's screaming that shit in the most like heart-wrenching, but it's like, bro, we just watching this shit like it's a fucking like
just
regular video.
It's crazy, man. Like
he's really swiping on that shit.
I guess it's a little because with Pop, I don't know if you've seen that autopsy photo, but Like
yeah, I seen it.
A cop confirmed that was real, but it's just like when you young. I was young when I seen it. I'm like, all right, this
I always
might
thought
not
it
be.
was fake.
Yeah. This might not even be real. We ain't see Biggie die. We ain't see what happened to Selena or whatever. Like, I don't think
real time though.
like we seeing it as it's going on. Like we know the up. We probably probably knew that Kobe was dead before his wife did. Like,
right. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said that. I'm pretty sure they said that TMZ reported it before she even found out.
Right. So it's like to say that we don't know these people, we kind of do though. Because we know kind of what they doing today, where they at.
Right,
like,
right.
Kind of know their life story in a sense. Of course, we don't know them daily, but
right, we don't know them on the same level as like the family.
Yeah.
Like the same way like Quavo sharing that moment with Takeoff while he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same as like us watching that shit on the timeline.
Right.
You know, like we know dude, but it's like
it's not like our parents.
Yeah, the way we like
finding out Tupac died. It is different from that. Like
the way we're receiving this information is like way different because we could just scroll through that shit, but it's like, bro, like, yeah, though, like I'm desensitized to a lot of shit, a lot of that should be Twitter too, bro. I don't know.
Twitter a dangerous place, man.
Twitter is a dangerous place, bro. The filter is nowhere to be found, bro.
Like I stopped Facebook because of that, but Facebook more censored than Twitter is. Like
right. Because it's probably more like Instagram.
Yeah. Like Twitter, you can find porn, you can find murders.
Right. It's a you scrolling past 3 dead bodies.
Like I'm just trying to check the NBA scores. Like, damn, bro. It's nasty. Like, and I think when we start to take into account like this mental health shit, bro, that and because I don't remember. I remember a time not having this social media shit, but I was 10 years old.
Right.
Like we kind of grew up off this shit. Now I got a little brother. He like 1 year old, 2 years old. He already got a tablet.
Right.
Like, so who know what it's gonna be like for them when they growing up.
Yeah.
And I wonder what you think about this. Is it the so-called like the Mark Zuckerbergs or whoever that's running the platforms that's like, is this their way of kind of like keeping us fucked up, or is it like just human nature of like we seeing the ugly side of human nature and it's coming out?
I think it's more the human nature side because everybody's quick to like talk about an agenda or whatever.
Yeah.
And it definitely be sometimes with like an agenda looking kind of shaky. Like you seen how the Cash App dude got killed.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's kind of crazy.
Like that, I don't know. I was looking a little suspicious. But like a lot of that shit too is like if you like a Mark Zuckerberg, right, and you got like $1 billion idea, you telling me like you so fixated on executing the idea, like the same way like you could make a channel and that channel is like impacting people in certain ways and shit, right? Yeah. Like when you creating the idea, when you creating the business, you're not thinking that far into the future of like how this could affect people like 10 years, 20 years after the fact.
Right.
You fixated on just like putting your idea out there, like making the whatever. So I don't think like making Instagram and making Twitter is like a morally wrong like thing to do, or even like making a TikTok. I think it's just like we're so deep into a hole now to where it's like it kind of like you kind of gotta like pull yourself out of this shit yourself for real.
Right. I think it's like
because you can't really like do nothing to change it at this point. You kind of just like, the same way like we just grown up on our phones and shit, and like we can just like it's not gonna be hard for like the little kids to go across like porn and shit on the timeline, like it's shit like that, to where it's like it's kind of like it is what it is, but like once you like the more in tune with yourself you are, and you kind of like notice like how certain shit is affecting you, whatever, right? And then you make like the conscious decision of like, all right, maybe I shouldn't be on my phone for like 5 hours.
Yeah,
Or maybe I shouldn't be having like this many tabs open and shit. Or maybe I shouldn't like if I go on this site, it trigger me to do this, this, and this. And now I'm in this rabbit hole of what I shouldn't be in type shit.
Yeah, I think it's like I remember somebody sued McDonald's because they got fat. It's like, but it's up to you to kind of handle how much you can consume of it. Like,
right.
I think they actually won that case, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you ever see Super Size Me?
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, that would be the massive play right there. You make a fucking documentary of you actively making yourself fat, and then you fucking sue them.
Yeah, that's chess right there.
That man really playing chess with it, bro. Now we sitting there watching that shit in class.
Yeah,
this man doing the bare minimum, fucking walking to work at home.
I'd be mad as hell. Let one of my peoples come up off getting fat off McDonald's. Like, here I am grinding my ass off, and you got fat off McDonald's and sued them bitches. But well, shit, this is actually a great transition because, like, I know I don't want to hold you for too long, but one thing I definitely wanted to ask you about was our big homie. Well, I ain't gonna say he our homie. I think you know where I'm going. EDP, man.
EDP,
man.
Big bro. 20. No, it's like
he said, I'm calling cap. I don't think he did it.
All right, so what's the question with EDP?
Do you feel bad for him?
Hey, nah, before you jump into that question, bro, low key, the same way, look, the same way we talk about spoken reasons.
Mm-hmm.
EDP low-key a founding father too.
Damn. Hey,
low-key a founding father with the YouTube shit, bro.
You know what's crazy, man? The Mount Rushmore, some of them motherfuckers own slaves. So hey, one of our founding fathers, he like little girls.
That motherfucker been there since the very get-go, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
I remember it was such like a champion and moment for him when he finally got to a mill and he was at that Eagles Super Bowl that they won. And it was like, bro,
I was happy. I ain't even watched the nigga. I was
right over the sunset, bro. I think low key though,
bro.
Tying it back into all the internet simulation and shit, he a huge byproduct of that shit. Cause I don't think he was always like aiming towards that route, but he stayed so deep in I'm the character that makes fucking top 500 porn star ranked videos and videos about jacking my dick off and shit. Cause it's like the same way like I was talking about like with my content, right? Like you get like an audience that's like kind of like peer pressuring you to make the same type of content.
Yeah.
You gotta create a guy that is like some productive shit that you get sucked into a loop for. Like that was his like, bro, we want you to make more of this shit. So then it's like you become the character more and more. Like you train yourself to be the guy making videos about jacking off and making videos about.
So that kind of led into.
Right, and it's like a snowball effect. Like, bro, this shit, like, he had been doing YouTube videos for like 10, 12 years. He was on Tosh.0. He was on Ridiculousness.
I remember that.
He was low-key a household name before he even got to kill, bro.
His memes.
Doing the degenerate style videos. And then it's like, bro, like, when it happens, it's like, damn. Like, it's like, you can't, like,
that's
you can't just like brush it off and shit. You can't just like brush it off and shit. But you see how it happened.
Yeah.
You see how it happened, and it's like, damn. But I'm not surprised either. But it's like, damn.
But
you didn't understand. He didn't understand, bro. He could have played his hand better, but he was so deep. He was so deep caught in like he's probably so deep caught in the internet simulation and shit. You gotta think what is bro? Imagine what his comment section looking like on a daily basis. That's his whole, bro. He's consuming that more than like any book, any news report, any like, bro.
And I don't think he can name 500 porn stars, maybe, but I bet he can name at least like a good 25.
You got at least 50 off the top.
Yeah, like if you can name more than 10, you're kind of fucking up somewhere. So, yeah, I think so. Like, does he deserve not a second chance on the platform, but a second chance to live a regular life? Because he getting fired from Uber, bro. He can't even be an Uber driver.
Right. Because I was low key thinking that too. Because like I'm seeing him getting fired from all these jobs and shit, and it's like, bro, like low key. I'm trying to think of like what his hustle could be. Because it really stems back to like you low key gotta do something internet wise.
Yeah.
Like even though people hate you, you still got like enough attention that you can maybe like transmute that shit into money. Because like if you're actually trying to clock in and they already Xing you out off the strength of like, you know, you gotta really bank on like the boss is gonna fuck with you enough to keep you locked in.
Yeah. But
so it's like
he kind of like 6'9"
and shit too.
He kind of like 6'9" to a lower extent, but it's like if in his general area, I'm sure a lot of people know the big dude.
Right. He too much of a visible figure too.
Yeah,
a visible figure to where it's like I see why he get it. Like, bro, all that takes is like a couple people to walk up and be like, "Yo, that's EDP." I got a cupcake for you right here.
I'm just imagining him.
I got like, a cupcake for your fat ass right here.
And that's the part that fucked up because it's like, no matter which way you slice it, bro, he showed up to that house, man.
Bro,
he had intentions on doing
the video was so wild. The video was so wild, bro. The video was so wild the way
my God.
Sat there and stayed for it. He sat there like it was a regular interview, bro. He sat there in person like he was answering the questions and shit. He can't run away. He tried to no. He sat there for like 20 minutes. And then when he really tried to like get away and shit, he power walking slow as shit. It's like I see why he didn't run away. I see why he didn't peel off. But like, bruh, it was low key so wild. The first time I saw it, I was like, bro, this gotta be fake. This gotta be fake. Like
you see now he trying to claim it was like it's too late, bro. It's like 2 years later. I ain't gonna lie. Cause what dude had the white guy who was saying all the terrible jokes and shit.
Right.
Like because it came out that he was like a racist and he was kind of a pedophile.
He was on some shit too.
Yeah, like so if he were to came out a couple days later, like man, see, we were just faking this.
Nah, it would have been like, all right, whatever. This shit's so absurd that I believe it.
Yeah.
And EDP already had like 10 other people talking about like little girls talking about like he was trying with them and shit, and it's just like, bro, like you got too many. It's like too many charges stacking up on top of each other. Too many accusations.
I can't believe that shit, bro. Like I imagine
that kind of hurt, bro. That shit kind of hurt.
It hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, because I remember the period where like we watched that man at the Eagles Super Bowl, and we like, bro, like EDP finally got his way, bro.
Damn.
Finally started fucking bitches his age.
Like I was fucking with him, but it was like I would always see, and this Zoom might cut out any moment, so I'm gonna send you another one so we can wrap it up. But like like all I would see was his memes, and the memes was funny as shit, man. It's just like, damn, we can't even use this reactions. Like in certain aspects you can, but like in a general sense, bro, you can't be quoting EDP no more, man. Like.
You gotta do it with the intention of like you kind of bidding him in the same light too.
Yeah, it's damn, man. Like I couldn't like imagine like all right, let's say spoken reasons, and he hasn't done anything like that, but imagine he got caught up with some shit. What they say? Wrap it up then. But what was so not to specifically say spoken reasons, but any of the 4 founders. What's the shit called? 4 founders?
Founding fathers.
Founding fathers.
That's what shit. Yeah, that's what I'm calling.
Any of them niggas, like, I mean, to be honest though, if it was anybody of the founding fathers, it would be that dude. Like the dude who could it would be EDP, the one who could name 500.
Oh, the one who like completely fuck himself over.
Yeah, it would be the nigga who could name 500 porn stars, but I just like damn, I can't imagine what he can do. Cause like I seen some weird shit. Like he applied for Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
oh, Lord.
Like I don't know, man. But
hey, how long you think EDP wearing that purple uniform for, bro? Till they bag him. If he get it bagged at every other place he working at, bro, how many days you think he working at Chuck E. Cheese successfully? I give him 30 minutes on the job. I give him like an hour. If he makes it past a 4-hour shift, I'd be surprised.
Bro, like
someone would be like, bro, get him the fuck away from my children right now.
You gotta like it's also
I saw that video.
Because the thing of like we the parents now, people our age are the parents now taking our kids. Right. We grew up on them. Like, hell no, he ain't about to be fucking telling my kids she could go in the jungle gym. Like, I'm cool. Fuck that. You gotta go or I'm going. So he might last 15. You said what?
I don't even trust you making the pieces for real.
Oh God.
You just being in this building, man. It's gotta be on edge. Like I gotta assuming that like I got like my actual like daughter or son there. It's like, bro, like, nah. We are leaving right now.
Yeah.
We are leaving right now.
I wonder what it would have been. I wonder if maybe the shit would have came out, the messages would have came out, but if he would have just never showed up. Because once you show up, you lose all benefit of the doubt. Ain't no excuses.
Right.
And he wanted to
you could at least like you could maneuver your way out of this shit. Like if it's just all like word of mouth and like the screenshots is like it still looks unchy.
Right.
But like especially in terms of like the outcome that EDP got now, where it's like, bro, you can't even clock in at like a real job for real.
If you can't do Uber, you can't do shit, man. It's over.
Bro, like bro, you think you could do like Instacart? Like he run it, bro, like the driving, like the self hour type jobs is really like I don't know any more like chill like jobs besides that.
Like most of them jobs, like I've DoorDash, like most of the time you might not even have to talk to people. Like,
right. You could just be in and out.
If they like, nah, we can't have you on our app, bro. It just might be over for you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like his hustle probably gotta still come from the internet shit. But he getting spanked every time. Like I be seeing he trying to make his TikTok comebacks and shit. He be getting a following pretty fast.
Yeah.
He be getting a following pretty fast on the little burning TikToks that he be making or whatever. But they end up clapping him eventually. And I seen he was trying to make that website or whatever. Low key, the website might be his last hope.
What?
His own little website might be his last hope, bro.
Yeah, but then they clapped that too? Or something happened with that?
They did?
I think I remember he was trying to promote a website. It's just something happened to that. You know what? The Rumble shit that all the Andrew Tates and and Aiden Ross going to, maybe that's his last hope. Rumble.
Wow, you might be on something, bro. You might be on
something.
Hey, we got your first round draft pick, your starting defensive tackle right here. Mister, eat that pussy 4-4-5 himself.
That's where all the canceled niggas going to Andrew. I just seen Andrew Tate on YouTube though, so I don't know, but them niggas like the starting five.
Because Rumble really holding that like we allowing any type of bullshit on this side.
Yeah,
bro. If you gotta wear the badge of EDP freely being able to move around on your site,
right?
I would assume that would come with like some negative type of eyeballs and shit, right?
Of course.
So it's like, but like you low key gotta stand on that shit.
Yeah,
you talking about all this like, oh, we allow whatever.
Right.
So like, if you block EDP, now it's like you not really standing on your morals and principles that you set out for this website, my boy.
Right. Because is he any worse? Is he any worse than Ada Ross showing porn to little kids? So you can't pick and choose. So then you just then you go understand why Twitch is doing what they doing. It's impossible. Right. It's impossible to be this platform that I don't know. That's a nice starting five though. Aiden Ross.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You never comes across this stream, you might just throw him a play. You might have just threw him the lifesaver play, bro.
We might have to cut this.
The lifesaver play. He go full time in the Rumble. He start grinding it up.
I would be sick, bro. I would be sick, man.
He comes back. He's like, "Hey, man, I just want to thank Akoma Show, man. He really put me on game."
That's fucked up, bro. Niggas gonna be looking at me like, yeah, shout out to my nigga Akoma. I'm like,
they gonna be it's gonna be like, damn, y'all, why'd y'all let him cook?
Who let him cook? Who let him in the kitchen? Hey, bro, I appreciate your time. Before you go, I usually do this little question thing with, like, see how fast you can answer these questions real quick.
I bet.
All right. Shit, I think I can remember them off the dome. Hold on. I'm gonna grab the list real quick. All right, these all opinions, but man, you can't get these wrongs. I'm gonna let you know, bro. You can't get these wrong. All right, you can't get them. They opinions, but you can't get them wrong. All right,
let's get to it.
All right, try to answer them as fast as possible. All right, number 1, favorite rapper.
Favorite rapper? Shit, I'm gonna probably go. How fast I gotta answer these, man? I'll probably go Hometown Wale. I'll go Hometown Wale. That might not be my go-to or whatever, but I'll give him the Hometown.
I bet. Favorite pop artist.
Favorite pop artist? Shit, I'm gonna probably go pop artist. Man. I need like some names thrown at me. Pop artist,
like
man.
Taylor Swift, Lord.
There's some tough artists that do pop or whatever. Man,
Bieber? Bieber Valley?
Not Justin Bieber. Somebody got some true authentic hits I'm not thinking about. Man,
Harry Styles. You fuck with Harry? No.
I'll say Justin Timberlake before I say
Justin Timberlake. I give you that. That's a nice one. Least favorite rapper you think is trash?
Least favorite rapper. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I still can't get around like the Yeet sound for real. He not my least favorite. My least favorite probably like 645 AR at this point.
Okay. All right. This
like one of those it came and went type shit.
You got you. Is this a real test right here? Toby, Tom, or Andrew?
Toby, Tom, or Andrew?
Best Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man. I grew up on Toby.
Oh God.
I don't know. People, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was really tough into Spider-Man verse like that, I might give it to another. Who's the one? I might give it to Tom for real.
You might give it to Tom.
I might give it to Tom for real. It's like you go back to the ones that we grew up on, the old classic, like early 2000 Spider-Mans, like they classic movie shit, but low key, bro. I'd have to really go back to see if Toby was really like as good of an actor for.
Hey, I went back. I don't know if he that nigga, dog.
I don't know if you really him.
He that nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He that nigga, man.
You got a cool, bro. He had to be like one of the corniest hymns.
Hey, he had it though, bro. He had it. But Tom do got Zendaya though. That's a W right there. He got Zendaya.
Yeah,
you can't even fight.
He's more
that.
athletic too. Like he more believable to be Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire's like, bro, are you even like athletic?
That nigga was 30 paying an 18-year-old. You're right. But last question. Favorite album.
Favorite album, man. I'd probably give it to. All right, I'd either give it to. I'm not gonna lie. I think fucking what's that? Coloring Book. I think Coloring Book always in my top 5 albums from like the period of life that I was in.
Why motherfuckers don't fuck with that album?
That's what I'm saying. No, bro, the narrative of like Chance the Rapper is ass. Like took too much. It took too much momentum, bro, off that one stage on. But like
that last one.
Yeah, but like I throw Coloring Book in my whatever. Definitely got to have a Kanye album in there. If it's not My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it'd probably be like Graduation or like College Dropout. It'd be some Kanye album in there, and then probably it got to be like it probably got to be something like that I grew up on, like Take Care, motherfucking what's that one J. Cole one that got Nobody's Perfect?
Oh,
Nah, what's the one with the white cover where it's like it's got like Illuminati and shit.
Oh, Born Center.
Yeah, Born Center got me on there.
Forest Hills Drive though. Or that's a
I mean,
different
like
Cole, man.
I respect it if people say that it's his best, but I don't even think that's it. That's not my favorite out of his. I'll say like the same way they be saying like Kendrick's is To Pimp a Butterfly. I liked Good Kid, Mad City way better than I.
How you feel about Damn?
Damn was cool. Damn got some ones that you could go back to now.
Damn, but it also like you fucking with it as much as To Pimp a Butterfly.
Nah, I like it more than To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
I respect To Pimp a Butterfly for like what it stands for creatively, but in terms of like replayable music and shit, Damn and Good Kid, Mad City definitely got the hits.
Yeah. I can go through and listen through Damn. I can't go through and listen to.
Like, I gotta be in my activist mode.
Oh God,
I gotta be ready to make a change and shit.
Yeah. Gotta wake up motivated type shit.
Right. I throw Carter in there too. I throw like Carter 3. No, I throw Carter 4 in there for real.
That was my favorite Wayne. Wayne when he first got out.
That was my favorite one too.
Yeah.
Everybody's so quick to say Carter 3. I wouldn't be opposed to Carter 3, but my personal favorite has always been Carter 4.
I gotta tell you something, man. Carter 3 made me stop liking hip hop. Not because it was bad. It was just because they played that shit on the radio every fucking day. Like I couldn't stand Lil Wayne in his prime, man. They played him every day.
He ran that shit, bro. He really ran that shit.
Yeah, Drake got me back into hip hop. And then after Drake, that was around the time Wayne just got out of jail. So it was like, all right, I can fuck with that 6 foot, 7 foot. That shit still go crazy to this day.
Bro, I remember that time period where they was replaying the fuck out of that song, though. It was a period where I hated that shit, bro. I was like, bro, they played this.
So your answer was what? Out of those 5,
it's gotta be something I grew up on for real. Like I wouldn't be opposed to none of them for real being on there. I say, yeah, I give it a.
Hey, you probably lost this shit. I'm gonna let you know right now. you probably lost this time shit, right? But I'm interested to know the
man. I say like
ain't no prize in it anyway, bro.
Right. Man, fuck it. I give Chance a ball. I give Chance a ball.
Chance. Hey, that's a beautiful album.
I'm not really feeling myself going back to. Yeah, I don't know. I had to sit with that for real, but definitely one of those 5. Definitely one of those 5 I'll throw in there. Just off the strength of like I grew up and it like affected like certain periods of my life or whatever.
Right.
Chance was like during the when Coloring Book came out. That was during like an age period where it's like, all right, I'm actively like, I'm at an age where like I'm actively like going to this album for like whatever I'm looking for out of it type shit. For like the period of my life that I'm in or whatever. Like all the other ones, it's like you growing up on it, but it's more of like that's just what's like swept up.
Right. Yeah, that it's crazy that we kind of look at that album the same way because like I was like 15, 16. I ain't gonna lie. Female just hold me. I'm like, all right, I need some positivity.
He really had the motivational ones. Get you
through. Like, bitch, you don't want no problem with me. Like, so I threw that motherfucker on, and that album was definitely beautiful, man. I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you though. You fuck with Tame Impala?
Yeah, I do. Cause like I say like quarantine period. That's when I started getting real experimental with like the music I would listen to when I get high. I said like, my favorite of this, that one like purple cover that they got, probably like whatever that first song is probably like my favorite from them. I don't remember the name of it, but it's definitely like one of those like, it's definitely one of the more like popular ones.
Is it Less to Know the Better? Same old mistakes.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite. I fuck with that red one that they got. This little
I gotta get. I've seen that cover, but I gotta get hip to it.
I can't remember none of them off there, but I remember listening to it when I was high, and I was like, "This shit cool."
Yeah.
You know what's a bro? You know what low key is a sleeper that everybody was brushing off during that time period, bro?
What?
You fuck with Teenage Emotions when it dropped?
Teenage Emotions?
The Lil Yachty one?
It's this one song on there. Cause the whole time, like every time I think back on that album, I just think of that Joe Budden interview.
Right. No, I'm not gonna lie, because I hated it. I was like, bro, this shit is garbage during that time period.
Yeah.
My man, some of you was like, nah, bro, you gotta give it another chance or whatever. You gotta give it another chance. So I gave it a chance when I was in quarantine, when I was high, whatever. And I'm like, I'm putting myself back into the mind frame of like, all right, this is like 2016, 2017 Yachty, where you got like the two characters and shit.
Yeah.
Darnell Boat or whatever. He kept all that in for the album. He got like a good little blend of like melodic and like the rapping shit or whatever. I say like the melodic songs is better than the rapping ones, but he got some cool ones that it's like, okay, nah, I kind of set on this one right
here. Yeah, like I'm happy for Yachty, bro, because niggas was trying to bury him, man. He kind of stood the test of time. I say he kind of aged better than Uzi, almost. Like, I know that's a hot take, but
that's a hot take. That's a hot take for sure. It's not a hot take that he stood the test of time, because there was definitely a period where they was trying to count him out, and he kept talking. Whether that was like the help of like him being on QC or whatever, like, you know, like, because it could have easily been a period where, like, let's say like he was doing it all independently or whatever, and he that period where like he doing the little Michigan Boat shit, and it's like he not making bad music, but it's like not that many people are tapping into him.
Right.
Could have easily like, but he's still paved enough of the way that like he would always get his respect or whatever. But like, nah, he definitely stood the test of time or whatever. He definitely improved his like whatever he wanted to improve or whatever. I think Uzi held it up better in terms of like providing like, I think Uzi held it up better being like a hit maker and getting shit that like numbers wise and shit. I think Gotti found a cool little pocket for himself to where he could kind of like duck off with his audience and shit and kind of do his own thing, which is he probably like wanted that shit more than like to constantly be like fiending for hits and shit. So
right. I think Uzi had the bigger impact, but it's like I think Ak was saying it was like we kind of over that devil shit, like that devil worshiping,
that's what I'm saying. Like that whole like, it's some people who like they just not like progressing as like people enough. Where it's like,
all right,
you got school little hits or whatever still coming in. I say this too, going back to like the new wave, bro. The same way fucking like Kai Cenat could hop into a Uzi vid and that John do like 100 mil. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think the next wave gonna be like people that got the full thing of like they got the Twitch audience, the YouTube audience, and they got the streaming. Like either like it's just nonstop people being their own vessels.
That's why I feel like X would have been the biggest because he was on that shit.
He was the first one that was clicking it together. He was the first one that was really clicking that shit together, and he had the actual like power to do so. Because he had all the music traction and shit, and he was actually like starting to use YouTube or whatever. He was starting to stream, whatever. He was really starting to put the pieces together. I say like now we're in a period where like everybody understands the shit.
He was ahead of his time, bro.
Like, but like if Kai Cenat really wanted to be like, all right, bro, let me like really make an album and drop that shit. He got all the promo and shit. The same way he was doing like Gideon style YouTube videos, and they all cracking a mill. He already conquered YouTube. He already conquered Twitch. If he really wanted to jump into that music bag, if he really felt like doing it, whether people fuck with the music or not, it's gonna do something.
Then Buzz Down Rolly Avalanche, that went crazy, didn't it?
Right. Even like the little joke shit that he doing, like it's doing like some massive fucking numbers. Like same thing with Speed, bro. Like Speed be dropping some.
You know he from
like I just tell he like this some wild music or whatever. But like the shit be doing like 10 mil off the strength.
And it's crazy because Cole said like you will blow up somewhere else before you blow up in your hometown. Like this nigga from my city, and I didn't even know that until like he was already gone. Like, so like I didn't know about Speed until I see this nigga doing some wild shit. Me personally, I can't get down with that shit. But
I'm not gonna lie. They're like the whole like that whole wave of like doing the gay shit for attention is like I couldn't jump into that bag. I couldn't find it in myself to jump into that bag, but it's like shit, they made this shit shake. I don't know how I feel, brother. How you feel about somebody like Aiden Ross jumping into that Andrew Tate bag after he do all this grabbing rappers' asses,
I
talking
think
about big
I
talking
think
about he want to suck dick and all this shit, and now he trying to the face of masculinity, bro.
yeah. My only like I think just like we said with the street rappers, I think he's just somebody who's trying to figure himself out. Like Sneeko, they just somebody who's trying to like find themselves out, but they doing it in such a drastic way that we kind of got to hold them accountable because kids watching. Like
Right.
I think they all got positive stuff, but they so harsh and so I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but they so drastic about it that it's like, damn, bro, like it kind of I can't even fuck with it for real. Like,
yeah, I say a big turnoff and like a lot of that is like you'll see them jump into like the hyper like masculinity bag and shit, right?
mm-hmm.
And it's like if you really feeling that way, it's like like I could respect it if that's how you really feel.
Yeah.
But like you listen to him and shit, it's like, bro, like I heard some other dude on I feel like I'm watching the same YouTube videos that you're watching to conjure up these like points that you're regurgitating to your audience. This shit feels so forced in the sense of like you really just like you almost like memorizing shit for like the same way you would like memorize like flashcards and shit for a test. You really
right
pumping out like your information like that to where it's like, bro, like this shit so this not authentic. This not even like it's not even how you really feeling for real. You just trying to catch a bag.
And it's crazy because the most alpha male, quote unquote alpha male shit, the most masculine thing you could do is just be your fucking self, bro. You could just tell motherfuckers, just be yourself. You ain't. And then that's the opposite of what they doing. They all trying to be Andrew Tate. And it's just like, bro, be your fucking self. Like now, if your self is what Ada Ross was before, like all that playful, like, all right, that you gotta adjust that. You gotta grow up because kids watching. Like,
right.
But again, just like you're not this tough dude. You're not this anti-women, whatever. And I really can't rock with them because what they be saying about holding women accountable for rape and stuff. Like, yeah, I can't even fuck with y'all, bro. Y'all got it, man.
What are they saying about that?
They be saying like, oh, what could a woman do different when they get raped? And now, like, it's like, all right, we hold women accountable for all this stuff, but like with a Charleston White thing, like he was admitting. You see,
right. He hourly admitting that shit, and I say the accountability. Now, like you watch like a Fresh and Fit, right? It'd be like some pockets where like if they just talking about like, all right, stack your wealth, like do something with like there's some aspects of it where it's like, all right, I can see how this is like it's some aspect of it that's beneficial,
right?
But then when it's you could tell it's like the trash TV version of it where they bring the most like unqualified like women to defend themselves in the discussion, and they spewing like the most like. It don't even be feeling like realistic like points that they be spewing out of like I'm trying to think of like a good example, whatever, but they really be like it's like the way, bruh.
The cheating thing, do you think that's realistic? Like men can cheat, but women can't, or like because it's like
I feel like they really be forcing that shit, bro. I feel like they really be forcing that shit, it really all depends on your situation for real. It really all depends on like what you like. If I really valued a woman, if I really valued somebody enough to put them in a relationship, I'd rather just cut the relationship dead than like just go behind their back or whatever. Like if I'm fucking around and shit, I'm gonna just be fucking around and let them know that I'm fucking around. Like I'm not gonna bring you into like a fantasy of like we together, but I'm not really feeling you like that. So I'd rather just be straight up out the gate and do my thing along with that. But like I feel like a lot, like even like on the aspect where they're like you know, like you gotta have like X amount of money for like women to fuck with you or whatever, but it's like you really don't for like for real. Like you could, bro, like you could be broke and still get
it depends
pussy.
on it depends on a certain woman you want. Like if you want a female who in Miami, then yeah. But they talk about these females, but they don't want these females. I don't get that part. Like, why are you looking for females in places that you know you're not gonna be able to find the right female?
They be arguing with the females that they not even like guiding their audience to like go for.
Yeah, all right. So why ain't you having a female who can because for sure that they don't want a female who make a lot of money. Because they try to say that females can't be bosses. I believe, I don't want to misquote them, but I feel like this is something I've heard. But it's like, it's not that. Like, a female can be I personally can't be in a relationship where a woman makes more than me. That's my insecurities and shit.
I think it's more of like an instinctual thing for them to be like a nurturer more than like an actual like provider and shit.
Yeah.
Like women definitely like, bro, like they like the whole gold digging sense. It'd be a lot of people that like in the comment section that be like running off of that shit. But like a lot of them you could tell, like, bro, like I'm pretty sure like in your like graduating class of like high school and middle school, it's probably a lot of women that you went to school with that's doing a lot more like better financially than like a lot of the dudes in the comment sections, right? Yeah. Like women, it's like women be getting the bag. Women be getting the bag.
Right.
Do they necessarily have the drive and hustle to do that shit like a guy does? Like a guy that's hustling to build up his brand or whatever, or like, you know, like really like leave a legacy for himself or whatever. Like they might not have that same type of goal and ambition, but like a woman can hold a job, a woman can bring in some bread. I know people that I went to school with, they making six figures and shit. She make like, I know some women making six figures and shit out of college, and it's like, you know, like I think like it's some I can't think of a specific point at the top of my head, but a lot of it just feels like really like hyper internet shit where it's like,
yeah,
I don't see like the points that you're making, I don't see this shit in like outside type shit. Like, you know how sometimes they be talking about like the feminists and shit having like the blue hairs and be like, you be seeing that on the internet.
Right.
Sometimes you really go outside and see like a dude, like a woman with blue short hair.
You will see it, but it ain't as common as they.
It ain't as common as they make it
seem. Right. Yeah.
Where it's like they'll take like the one, like you could tell, like it's like I'm blanking on like good examples, but it's definitely like some brainwashing aspect that's like in there with like, content. Where
it's crazy because again, like you said, they have in the face of it, they have a good message. Like self-accountability
at the core is something positive,
right.
So, somewhere like especially when it gets tied in with women, like it's so spewed in like a toxic direction to where it's like, yeah, I wish, bro, because sometimes I'll be watching these bands and I'm like, sometimes like I'll be agreeing, but then sometimes I'm like, bro, like if they just like knew how to like counteract your point that you're making, because you're really like one-sided with the like the same way they went and checked Charleston White for the rape shit, but you like quadruple checking a woman for like something like, bro, like the fucking body count points and shit.
Yeah. Let a woman say she got 5 bodies, you'll be on her ass. This nigga admitted to raping women.
It's like this bitch a whore.
Right.
Ass bitch.
I mean, I can't even blame. Like, you know what I mean? I only ask females for their body count no more because like I'll be on that shit. But if a nigga tell me he used to rape females, like, bro, you can't even be in my house. You can't be in my studio. You gotta go, bro.
They don't like that's crazy. Like they laughed it off, like whether it was like an uncomfortable like way that they laughed, but it's like, bro, you so quick to check a woman over some shit that like it do kind of matter, but it don't really matter in grand. It matters to you specifically, but it don't matter in the grand scheme of the world.
Right.
if he outwardly admitted to like, bro, we used to rape white women back in the day, like,
yeah,
bro,
we used to put crack in their cigarettes and
bro,
like.
I kid you not, I'm pretty sure I watched that shit and I was like, hey, bro, it was a different time, man. They was talking. They was like siding with Charleston White on.
They tried to like they. They tried to say, "Oh, we got to take this to a different platform." Y'all about to take it out, like y'all about to go this extra mile instead of just saying, "Bro, what the fuck is your problem?" But then let a woman say, "Oh, I got raped." Da, 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 da. Like, okay, what could you have done better? Like, that ain't something, bro. Like, they used to corner women, like. I can't get down with that shit, bro.
I do remember something where they would be like, you know, like it's not your fault you got raped, but like you still shouldn't have put yourself in that scenario or whatever. And it's like face value, you could be like, all right, whatever, that's some advice or whatever. But if you're not even going to challenge the dude that's outwardly like admitting to raping women,
you ain't keeping the same
like
energy.
He used to do that shit for sport. Like
right.
He used to do that shit like it was a hobby. If you're not going to check that dude, but then you going to be like, well, what could you have done? Nah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, you ain't keeping the same energy. You don't talk. It's like I fuck with Act, but it's like it goes back to them, like him as well. Like you don't keep the same energy for dudes. Like now you can, like you may do it over like video, but not face to face. Because I feel like I might be wrong when I say this, but I feel like if Charleston White was saying that and they was like in a Zoom call like this, he's like, all right, yeah, well, let's cut him off. Like, but if he's sitting next to him, they gonna be like, all right, let's just passive aggressively, like, or be passive as fuck. I don't know, man. It's just that's some beta male bullshit.
That's some wild shit to brush off though. But like,
it's crazy, man. It's nasty as well.
It really just shows like bro, like you're not like that. They might not even be thinking about it like that, but it's like, bro, that really just fucked up a lot of your validity with your whole like branding and shit for real.
Yeah. I don't know, because I think at this point, if you ain't already seen through they bullshit, because when you seen how the dark skinned dude got caught up tricking.
Yeah,
it's like
the white escorts.
Yeah,
the white fucking they all the little rich the sugar daddy sites.
What's that shit called? Seeking arrangements.
Yeah, seeking arrangements.
It's like if you ain't already seen through they bullshit, it's like you just go keep passing it along. Maybe to get a few people to notice.
They definitely got a fuck ton of bullshit with their brand, but it's still like that one little bit of core, like you have like some type of good intention with the shit, but it's just it's layers of bullshit over top of it to where it's like, bro, like how serious do I got like, unless if it's something like uniquely specific to me to where it's like, all right, if we talking about business and I want to pick up a little pointer here, I picked it up. But like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like everybody though. Like in this day and age, like everybody just trying to capitalize off the content creation bag. So it's like, it's real easy for like somebody that's going up for you to like get sucked into that like false idol type of sense of like, you watch them so much that you start to like think the way that they think because you're constantly like, receiving their thoughts or whatever. So it's like, you got to actively be like paying attention to who you're watching. If you like, you got to be challenging the things that you're watching and the people that you're listening to or whatever. And like, you got to just really hope that you like listening to the right people type shit for real.
And it's also like, you can't put too much stock because you don't know these people. You don't know these people. You don't know what the fuck they got going on. Like, and it's like what I say, like when millions and hella money involved and shit, I don't put nothing past none of these people. So like, people got conspiracies and stuff, but when it come to millions of dollars, like, hey, shit, I take what I can from this. It's like also with the street music, it's like, all right, I take what I can from this, but I also notice like is what comes with that stuff. So I'm gonna just take what I can from it, and I try to do that with Fresh and Fit. Me personally, I've never even sat through a stream. Like I can't just sit through one of their streams.
I'll be tapping in for like 5 minutes and dip. See what it's like. If they got video on there. So I'm
like, I grew up around women, man. I can't listen to them just dog women. Like the exercise stuff. Like me, I want to get fit and stuff. Like I'll tune into that. I'll tap into that. Like he do the Fed shit. Like I listen to his Fed streams, but the fresh and fish. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Even like the fitness shit, it's like there's other people to say, like everybody's like trying to capitalize off the content creation shit. It's like if you're not fucking with one dude, you could just tap into somebody else for whatever. You just find that person that's more like uniquely fit into like who you trying to be and shit.
Yeah.
They're not. That's a dangerous game.
Yeah, man. It's just that's the one thing. Like that's one thing I just like. I'm glad I know. Like just some of the shit, just take what you can from it, and the other shit.
Right.
It's like kind of like separating the artist from the art type shit. But they about to end another one, so I think we should get an outro at this month.
Coming out.
Hey, I appreciate your time, man. I know you probably would have let me go longer if I wanted to. I appreciate that so much, bro. You got any like? I know you got some socials you want to promote. I mean, my little platform.
Hey man, shout out to Akoma Show, man. You know what I'm saying? Hottest motherfucking interview to drop the net. You know what I'm saying? Tap into my main channel, CrocGang Entertainment.
Hey.
Instagram, Notorious, Instagram and Twitter, Notorious_PAT_.
Links in bio.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got podcast channel, stream type of channel, backup channel, Notorious Past Show. Got some motherfucking songs out. Got Plays for Days out.
Plays for Days.
You know what I'm saying?
I got in trouble for that shit.
Got a film out called Menace to Suburbia. Everybody hates Pat. You know what I'm saying? Got some, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We've been working hard on this internet shit for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep the ball rolling.
Like I said, man, I've been watching since I was a minute ago. Like I think I was a sophomore in high school, man. I'm 22 years old now, bro. I appreciate you so much, bro.
That's love.
Like you definitely had that rookie of the year, that 2017, man. And you just stayed consistent since then. even them times, hey, that pandemic, when you had the Popeyes chicken sandwich video, the Roddy Ricch and Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber shit, bro. Like, man, your videos got me through some hard days at work, some tough times in my personal life, bro. I appreciate you so much, bro.
That's love. I appreciate that.
If you ain't got nothing else to say, man, I'm gonna click the end of this thing. Get a nap in or something.
Talk, man. It was a good talk. It was a good laid back interview. We had good talk. I appreciate you, my boy.
We go do it again. We go do it again, man. If God willing. Hey,
no doubt.
Appreciate you, bro.